Hello viewers and welcome to Transformative-JM. It's always nice talking to you. Kindly, if you're coming here for the first time, remember to subscribe. Also press that notification button or bell so that you can be notified each time there is a new upload. Do like the video, share, and please comment. Especially regarding this topic, I would like to hear your comments, suggestions. Exactly. So our topic today is none other than relationship. So it is a continuation from where we left last time. If you have been here, you've been following. And what is happening today is to talk about stages in our relationships, in those relationships. Remember, I've been addressing the young people who told me that they don't want to get married because there are no people to marry. And I said I disagree with that. There are so many people. And if you want to know there are so many people, check maandamano. There are so many men in those maandamanos. There are so many young people in those maandamanos. Watu wako. Perhaps we have not been following stages in a relationship ndio inafanya hata watu hawawezi kuwa pamoja. So let's see if these items that I have prepared zitaweza kutusaidia at least to do something better or to connect better. Point number one. Stage number one is love affair stage. Love affair stage ni ile sasa mapenzi iko kwenye hewa, you know, there's so much love flowing in the air, romance, mapenzi iko. So it is just love affair vile tu nimeisema. It is love, 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 love. Too much love and you don't want to think about anything that will stand in your way to that love, that feeling. And remember, love is a feeling, so it is delicate. Vile tu imeingia, it can flow through the ventilation, through the window, hata huta realize imeenda namna gani. So at this stage we say ile love is blind, love is deaf and things like those. Hata ukiambiwa huyo fulani yuko hivi utai kusikia. You're told huko mahali wanatoka ni wachawi, ni waganga, ni nini, you don't want to hear. You just know, you're only interested in the feelings, those feelings. Na ni sawa kabisa. Makes you feel great, makes you feel like you are flying. Sawa, so it is not your fault. It happens. We were wired or created like that. So what happens in order to curb a situation whereby through this, in this stage we might lose it, what happens? A solution to this stage so that you don't lose it at this stage. The solution here is while you're so much in love with one another, bring out difficult topics, bring out those critical topics, zile topics that cause us a lot of, we go haywire this way and that way, the ones that we avoid so much. So at this stage, bring out topics such as pregnancies, topics such as family, kids. Is your partner interested in having kids? How many for that matter, and how soon? And how about finances? What do you think or what do you say about finances? When we start our relationship, you are in this romance stage, in this love affair stage, definitely you'll still be using money. So how are you going to deal with this money? Perhaps you are meeting and you are in college. Excuse me. You are in college. The love affair has begun just when you started. You are in the university or something like that. You need to discuss these issues because at the stage, anything can happen. Somebody may get pregnant. So if you had not discussed about kids, that is when unaona mtu anatorokwa. Unaona, alafu sasa balaa inaanza. So the solution to this, I say, is you bring those topics, discuss about them, you know, you weigh the feelings. If the feeling is mutual, then muko sawa, you will move towards the same direction. Okay, from stage number one, which is the next stage. Stage number two, I call it knowledge stage or knowledge struggle stage. This is a stage whereby now you have stabilized in your romantic relationship. Now there are a little bit seriousness has begun to set in. You're seeing things, you're seeing the flaws of the other person. You know, in the first stage, you are not able to see any flaws with that person. You never saw anything wrong with them. And even when your colleagues, your peers are trying to tell you, hey, you jamaa yako hivi na hivi, utaka kusikia, unaambia ni wivu, you want to steal him from me, you want to steal steal her from me. But now you have stabilized, and now you have started seeing things seriously. You are seeing the flaws in this guy. Ni mchafu, yuko aje, this lady is no longer dressing the way ulikuwa unaona, sijui anakaaje, and so many things. Dress code inawasumbua, kuna mambo ya culture, and so many little things that if you're not careful, itavunja nyinyi, it will break you guys apart. So this struggle is in that, there is when now the one partner feels that their culture is better than the other one feels that my beliefs are better than yours, the other one feels I have a right to be like this, and so that power struggle, that knowledge struggle, that I am more knowledgeable, my culture is better, is on top of things, is what it is, those kind of struggles. Because you feel you are more knowledgeable, that your issues, your beliefs are above the others. Sasa yako ndio itachukuliwa. So that is what brings the relationship down. So what is the solution to this? The solution is openness. Be open about your discussions, just the same way you discussed in the first stage when you brought in the difficult topics like those ones of pregnancy. Bring it these issues of the culture, bring in the issue of dress code, bring in the issue of mtaishi wapi, or where do you prefer, which area, what, those kind of things. Bring in, tell the truth about who you are, your family. Well, I have been in a boarding school all through my life, so I don't know how to cook, but I'm more than willing to learn. Well, what's wrong with that? YouTube iko, I will learn. You want nini? Tutapika, Well, I am also ABCD. I come from this kind of family. I have never known ABCD or what and what, but I am more than willing to learn. We can learn, we can share, we can Google, and so many sources of information so that we can get. And if you find you're discussing these things, you're open about them, you're discussing them openly, then now, of course, you bring in that CBA, that one which we use in the language of employment, CBA, collective bargaining agreement, whereby you agree to disagree. There are some issues that you agree to disagree. There is give and take, the win-win situation. So both of you are sailing on the same boat. That is what you need, because if this stage is not navigated properly, effectively and efficiently, this is a stage where now there is people now get into what we call anxiety and depression and fear. And why? You love one another so much. So this quarrel, these disagreements, they put a toll, they just set things that are making your life so miserable. Imagine somebody who you love so much, and sometimes they tell you things or you see things about them that are really annoying, but you don't know what to do. So what next? And sometimes you want even to commit suicide. Sometimes you go into depression, you go into those kind of, name them, you get into doing bad things or addiction because you want to avoid, you want to escape that bad feeling. So it is necessary that this stage is navigated effectively, sufficiently, in accordance to the way it should be. And that is being open. Being open and agree to disagree and level with everything that you're doing. So that is stage number 2, openness. Now from this, once you have navigated the first 2 stages effectively and efficiently, I can tell you now it will be smooth sailing. Where do you go now from here? Steady. You've heard people saying, hey, akina nani, they have gone steady. Yes, because now you don't argue anymore. Your love now is anchored on some understanding. There is honesty. Actually, now there is trust and honesty, and it's much easy. It's now very easy to get along, and you are stable. Your relationship is so, it is so stable. We say the feeling is mutual. Both of you now are in agreement. In whatever is happening around you, the feeling is mutual. That one, you are steady, and your relationship is meant to go far. So from now being steady, what next? The stage number 4 is loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. You are loyal to one another. Now there is reliability. Yeah? There is stability. Well, you're loyal to one another, and now you understand you're actually a part of each other. You're not even married, but you feel now you are, that you are so much reliant on the other person. You believe in one another. You're sailing on the same boat. And now solution here is get married immediately. Hakuna kitu ya tena kupoteza wakati. Get married, have kids. Fine. Once this has happened, yeah, you get kids, because now there is commitment. Loyalty is a commitment. You commit to one another. You have that commitment. You belong to one another. Okay, so that's why the only best thing to do is get married immediately na mtue na watoto. Okay, now after getting married, or after stage number 4, okay, I'm not saying it's a must you get married, but that's your choice. However, this relationship is definitely headed to marriage, because we're talking about that permanent relationship here. Okay, after that, stage number 4, stage number 5 is social responsibility. This we call it social responsibility in the corporate world. Now, it can also apply in family. Yes, giving back to the community. That's precisely what I mean by that. Giving back to the community, to the society. Once now you're through with those stages and you have stabilized, and God willing, you are even married and have kids, you have family, you are now one family, then what next? Share with others also who are trying to do what you are doing. They may be struggling in the first stage, they may be struggling in the 4th stage, they may be struggling in the what we call knowledge stage. Help them out, and many other things that you can do as a couple to inspire others to live a good and better life for the good of the society. So with these viewers, I believe I have demystified hii mambo ya ati hakuna watu wa kuoa. Watu wa kuoa wako, watoto tumewazaa, and they are there. So get out there and get your partner haraka haraka.